Hey, I'm Suzy, and welcome to 30 Minutes of Dance. Today's class is a dancer cross-training workout where we'll focus on core work for aging gracefully. So, clear your space, have water nearby. Today I'll be using a yoga mat, a block, and a strap. You could also do this practice on a rug, on your bed. You can use a pillow instead of a block, and a bathrobe tie or a scarf instead of a strap. I'll be barefoot just so I can really feel my feet on the ground, but feel free to wear what feels supportive to you. And let's begin. Step onto your mat or into your space, and we'll start with a really gentle warm-up. Get the whole body moving and breathing. Easy weight shift side to side. And we're gonna come onto all fours, onto our back, and start to tap into how the limbs stretch the arms out. And then bring the hands back into the heart. How the limbs are integrated into the core of the body, and how we can move from the center outward, right? Growing more radiant, more light, more open. Go ahead and tread, and as you bring the hands in and then kind of push the energy away, anything you want to just clear and stretch and yawn and open into the moment, into your body. Nice deep breaths. Now reach up, plant the feet just wider than your hips. Take an easy pulse down, second position, plie. And then from here, inhale, sweep the arms out, crossing overhead, and exhale down, crossing at the heart. Inhale up, and exhale down. So the breath is what centers us. Now you feel the core of the body breathing in, and the lungs filling, and the upper and the lower body are connected by the breath. You feel that rebound in the legs, the grounding, and the reaching once more. Now reach up, come towards parallel. So we're gonna spin the heels out, and then reaching up and over side to side. Little lunge, parallel. If it helps you to turn your toes out slightly, just always making sure the knee is tracking towards the toes. Good, one more. Now reach across and side to side, reaching. Good, one more. Each side. Come back to the center. Let's angle towards the left. So it's a short stride for a lunge, and then plant the back heel and lift. Plant the back heel and lift one more time. Now pause, turn the toes out, sit back, flex the heel. And then pulsing into this nice and easy. Good, back through the center. Transition, parallel, hips width, leaning into the front leg, and then rise up on the ball of the back foot and lower. Inhale, hands to hips so you can feel like you're cinching the waist here. Pause, toes out, sweep across, coming into the inner thigh, the back of the leg, into the heel, pressing down, and then come back to center. Parallel, a little wider now. Send your hips back, bend your knees, chest forward, heads on the spine. Now you can use your hands on your thighs. You can always use a chair if you need support, or the wall. Hands at the hips, cinching the waist, and then go side to side, up through the center and long spine. So you're not rounding through the back, but keeping a clear line of direction, right? We're gonna feel brighter with each movement, like we're expanding, we're brightening, shining the energy out from the tail to the crown. Good. Last one, back to the center. Now hips forward and then sit back into a squat. Hips forward, engage, and sit back. Now you might reach up and pull in. Reach up and row the shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay with this if it feels like a thing. Use support if you need. And consider the next time you sit back, stepping the left leg in and then sitting back into the squat, stepping the right leg in. So out and back, in and up together. Out and back, scoop and thread it in. Right, we gotta pull everything up as you come to the center. Now sometimes it helps to have a chair or a wall or even just your hands kind of pressing down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale like you're pushing down, almost like you had a beach ball, you're pushing it underwater to help find that core connection. Now consider bringing the knee in and back, bringing the knee in. Right, if it's too much is too much. Use support, right, out and in. Drop and swing with the arms or push and pull in at your center. Good, last couple. Back to the middle and pause. Just let your hips go side to side, shake it out some. Shaking is so good for us to like, whew, shrug off and release. Also that buoyancy through the body helps your core to kind of kick in as you're maybe lifting the heels side to side. Imagine you were going for a run here. Ooh, now we're going places. Going for a run. Shake it off. Maybe take the arms up. Shake it out. Shake it up. And shake it out. And up. And down. Good, one more for the core. Back to center. Now hip circles. Swing around. Take it back. Spine is still long. Shifting forward, but feel as though when you come forward, you're not just pushing forward, but you're lifting up to move around. And then circle in the other direction. Swing it back. All right, so we're stirring at the base, starting to get the low belly involved here. Good, back to the center. Now, little zigzag, like a figure 8 here, pressing to a 4-starch right and 4-starch left. Side to side. And the arms are just kind of countering the movement. They could go overhead if that feels good to you. Woo. Yep, so the upper body and the lower body are counterbalancing. Last bit. Woo. And then center. Take your left leg forward and then just a body wave. So we come up onto the ball of the back foot and then sink back. Similar to what we did in the very beginning, right? Flexed foot and lifting the ball of the back, or lifting the ball of the back foot. We're gonna inhale and little body wave back. Inhale, find the undercurrent in the pelvis. Yes, and then you have this little wave through the low belly, the low back, right? Just an undulation. You can even take the arms kind of forward and back, backs of the hands, right? And it can be really small, could be right here. Yes, internal. It's a belly dance to massage the low back and wake up the core. Switch, other side. Again, lift and swing back to the heel. Scoop under, lift, swing back. So you have this reach and then a waterfall of energy up and down. Let it move through from the low belly to the ribs to the chest. Low belly, ribs, chest. Snaking up the spine right? And it can be really small, just right here. Trying to find that movement. Yeah, you can take the backs of the hands. All right, maybe your rhythm's a little slower than mine. It all counts. From your center, breathing. Last 2 and 1. Pause. Notice the energy you're moving up through the body. And then let's come to the floor. Either have your stuff nearby, yeah? You can either use a chair to step back, or I'll be using the block to help me step back into a lunge and then come hands to the floor. Your choice. If it feels good to sit back into the heels, child's pose with a little sway of the hips. Pad under your knees if you need to fold the mat over once, or use a blanket. And then from here, just circle your hips. Don't try to get anything right today. I want to feel this spiral at your base and this churning of energy. We have so much more deep within us that we can kind of go into the well of the breath, of your center, right? This reservoir of energy at your core, at your navel center. Switch direction of whatever's going on. Right, you can even feel maybe that when you have your hands on the floor here, there's energy starting to move from your heart to your hand. If it feels in any way stressful on your hands, come to forearms and then draw the tailbone side to side. If it feels good to find that gentle undulation here, moving it through the spine. All right, so there's not a right way to do it. There's the way that it feels the best in your body, where you can feel like you're breathing with awareness. Good. Shifting off the knees, coming towards seated for a moment. And then have your support. I'm going to move mine just so it's out of the way, but have it nearby. And then let's side lie and come onto your back. Once you find your way there, take the block, put it between your inner thighs. Right, inner thighs are key for helping us to gather our resources, center ourselves and steady. So squeeze the block and then inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms overhead as well. Come up as high as you can. Then keep your arms overhead and come down one bone at a time if you can. Just try to feel that you're moving in a smooth way up and down. Yes. And then maybe there's space that you can feel between the bones, between the breaths, up and down. One more. Good. Then keep snuggling the block between the inner thighs or closer to your knees as it feels best to you. And this is a small movement perhaps. Commit to the most important part of this being that you have a sense of your navel moving down towards the floor and then up between your shoulder blades. Imagine you could move the belly button down, kind of root it down, plug it into the earth, and then scoop it up towards your shoulder blades. Again, inhale, belly fills. Exhale, navel down. And then scoop the navel up between your shoulder blades. Imagine. Now, that's our movement, and you'll sense how it connects, it aligns the rib cage and the pelvis. The rib cage and your hips, yes? Now your arms can be wherever it feels supported. I have a hand under my head just so I can be with you here. But if it feels better to have both hands, or have your arms out to the side, or even by your side if that helps you, even on your hands on your belly, if that helps you to feel like, okay, There's a suction cup at the back of the navel. And then there's this scoop and hollow as you slide and glide the navel up to the back of the heart. All right, so we're building this sense of connection, ease and grace in these subtle movements that are so powerful. So as you exhale, navel in, glide it up, and then keep squeezing the block, but try to pick up your right foot off the floor. Any amount, maybe bring it towards tabletop. Yep, squeezing the block or your pillow. And then slow motion, take it back down. Now, navel in, scoop it up. Exhaling, you're gonna bring the left knee in. Pick the foot up off the floor, doesn't have to go very high. And then slowly place it back down. So we find the hollow, the scoop, the squeeze, and the lift. And then gently place it back down. Again, hollow, scoop, squeeze the block, lift the foot. Doesn't have to come off the floor very far. If you're being honest, it's probably a small motion, yeah? Hollow, scoop, squeeze, lift, release. Hollow, scoop, squeeze, lift. 2 more. Hollow, scoop, squeeze, lift. Maybe take it a little higher and down. Last one. Hollow, scoop, squeeze, and lift. Relax. From here, take the block now, and you're gonna put it on your belly for a moment. And if it feels okay, allow one leg or both legs to open into a butterfly shape. So the block or the pillow on your belly, and you can even use your hands to steady it. I want you to inhale and try to lift the block, like you're trying to puff your belly up like a balloon, fill up and rise. And then as you exhale, imagine you could open up the back of the navel and pour out your breath, and feel how the belly scoops and the block or the pillow lowers. Inhale. You're gonna puff up, let it fly. Exhale, you're gonna hollow out like you could scoop and cradle the block within the abdomen. Again, inhale. Exhale. So it's as if you have the feedback. Inhale. Exhales, elevator ride. The block is going on. But you have the feedback of this weight at your belly. Like you were lifting a weight. You could even take the hand to the block and steady it. You'll get a bit more feedback, slight pressure. And then as you exhale, there's this release. You feel the low back, breathe into the earth. Space at the back of the ribs, the back of the pelvis, the back body more flush to the floor. Good. Take 2 more, just like this. Inhale, fill. Exhale, release it out. Scoop and hollow out. Last one. And release. Now use your hands to bring the legs back together. Set the block off to the side. We'll be using it again, so don't let it go too far. And then find your strap. Notice how the inner thighs feel now after that work, yeah. And unroll the strap enough so that you could loop it around your right foot. But here's the deal, everything we've done before, we wanna bring that into awareness. So before you move your leg, I want you to inhale, fill the belly, let the block imagine move up. Then as you exhale, hollow out, scoop and lift, squeeze, and then float the right foot off the floor. So you have a container for your energy, and then take the loop around the base of the ball of the foot. Walk your hands up. Now I want you to imagine, the leg doesn't have to be straight for this. It's more about where the hip is, yeah? Try to drop your tailbone down some. And then I want you to kick the leg away from you, kick the hip away from you, and then relax. And again, kick the leg and the hip away and relax. Again, kick it away and relax. Now, kick it toward you on your exhale. Hollow out, scoop and lift. Kick the leg toward you, and then relax. Kick it toward you, and relax. One more time. Exhale, kick the leg toward you. Try to drop the tail in the sand, and then relax. Excellent. Keep the strap just in your right hand. Allow your left leg to fall open, so you're in half butterfly. And then scoop the right inner thigh up, take the right leg out to the side. This is core work. Here, you want to have a sense of both hips staying steady, that you're not stretching the leg outside of yourself. Instead, you're actually trying to plug the leg in, plug the shoulders in, pull the navel in and glide it up between your shoulder blades. Keep breathing here as you turn the leg out and open through the inner thighs, through the groin. Deepest breath of the day without being like pulled overboard. And then exhale, bring the leg back to center. Release it. Unwind it. Shake your hands out some. Shake it all out. Take a breath. Wiggle around. And then notice the difference in your hips. Notice the difference in your rib cage and your belly and your hips. Your low back, your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Take a deep breath. And then other side. So do you want to do this first? Yes, hello. First we want to exhale, drop the navel in, hollow out, scoop it up, squeeze the inner thighs, and then lift the leg. Yes, so the core work really is in that pause, that moment to anchor before you move, to feel grounded, and that you're actually, go ahead and lift the leg, but doesn't have to be straight, but feeling as if you're preserving your energy some here. There's a level of sustainability, yeah, that comes from working from your center and not overdoing it in any way. So we're gonna kick the leg away on the exhale and then enjoy the release. And kick it away from you and release. Doesn't have to be bent, or it doesn't have to be straight. Definitely could be bent. And then kick it away, kick the hip away and release. Now try to send your tailbone down towards the floor. With your next exhale, kick the leg toward you and relax. So activate the leg, kick it toward you, squeezing the inner thighs together and relax. One more time, kick it toward you, but then drop your tailbone down. There's a very small movement that happens in the pelvis and the low back here. Now turn the leg out, right leg falls open, take your left leg out to the side. Again, doesn't have to be straight, but sense that you want to kind of fall overboard, but you're holding true to your core, true to your center. You funnel the navel in and down. You can press down through the opposite knee, the opposite arm. Take the deepest breath of the day. Again, you're pulling the leg back into the socket, not overstressing or stretching beyond your means of support. Excellent. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. And then slowly release the loop. Set the strap off to the side. Pause here for a moment. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So last bit here on the floor, take the block or your pillow and first level, we're gonna slide it under the hips. So you have to lift your hips up as high as you can to slide it underneath. Now, if you're using a block and it feels in any way sharp or just feels painful at all on your bones, use a pillow instead. It could be a couple pillows. You just wanna feel like your hips are above your heart. When we talk about aging gracefully, we wanna get upside down. We wanna invert in some way. Every day, it can be as simple as putting pillows underneath your knees and your ankles so that we reverse the flow of blood, of gravity. Yes, reversing gravity here, turning back time. And then as you have the block underneath your hips, option one is to bring one knee in. Yeah, maybe even to stretch a leg up and just feel this waterfall of energy. The legs pour down, the blood's moving down. This is great if you feel any pooling of fluid in the ankles or the knees. And the legs don't have to be straight to receive the benefits of this. Yeah, and you don't have to do them both together. You could do one at a time. You could also point and flex the foot while you're in here to keep pumping the blood. Take a deep breath. Arms overhead might feel good. If you did one leg, let's try the other one. Again, we can pull in, hollow out, scoop it up, squeeze and then lift. Unfold any amount. Point and flex. Just feel the fluid moving down into the basin of the pelvis. All right, it doesn't have to be so straight that it's like making you shake or tucking your tail under. If that felt good, try one leg at a time again. If it's still feeling good, maybe take both legs in. Then you can feel a massage, a little rocking here. There's core awareness to balance and stabilize here. Opportunity to stretch the legs like a yawn, pointing and flexing, or even stirring the legs, right? Might feel better to bend them and then just do a really small circle, especially if you're on the pillow. Really small circles. Other direction. And if all of this is feeling good, you're welcome to stay. Even bend the knees to kind of come out of it for a moment. And then planting the feet. Lift the hips and take the block out from underneath you. Slowly come down, traction. Feels good. Let's roll to your side. I hope you're feeling good as you come to your side. Take a beat to pause here. And then bring yourself towards all fours. Whatever direction your support is in. So if you need to use a chair, I'll be using the block again just to help me build the framework to step forward in a lunge. Ooh, feels good. Bring your hand forward. Step both feet to the top of your mat. Take both hands to cinch the waist and then stand tall. Good, come back to the beginning and notice how you feel. Maybe even take your hands to your hips, one hand at your belly, one hand at your heart. Notice how aware you are of the center of yourself and how you can move forward from the center with clarity, with a sense of peace, with grace as you move through the day. Thank you so much for showing up for you today, for moving. I'm Suzy. Have a beautiful day.